Today's topic is journal entries. Journal entries. Okay. So we have to pass journal entries in the books of Sridhar and Co. So Sridhar and Co. books only we have to prepare journal entries. Okay. For this, I had taken 10 transactions to explain you. You see the first transactions, commenced business with capital of rupees 5 lakhs. Okay. Here, what is the journal entry written there? Cash account delta to capital account. This I am explaining now. What is the transaction? Commenced business with capital of 5 lakhs. Okay. Commenced business with capital of 5 lakhs in the books of Sridhar and Co. What amount of January 1, what happened? Commenced business with capital of 5,000. Okay. Commenced business with capital of how much? 5 lakhs. Okay. In the books of which person? Student? In the books of Sridhar and Co. In early videos and all, I explained in a transaction how many accounts are available. So this is the books in the books of Sridhar and Co. We have to view everything, every transaction from the point of view of Sridhar and Co. only, not from your point of view and not from my point of view. That is only very important in this. If you are ignoring the name Sridhar and Co., there is no any meaning for this topic. From Sridhar and Co. point of view, you view this transaction. What are the accounts involved in this? One is cash account, another one is capital account. One is cash account, another one is capital account. Fine. Cash account comes under which category? You tell. Cash account comes under which category, my dear student? Tell. This account, there are 3 types of accounts I told you already. One is real and another one is personal, nominal. Accounts related to things are called as real account, I told. You see any names are there. No, it is not a personal account. Is it expenses or income? No, that is also not available. No, that is why it is confirmed that it is real account. I am writing. What is the first transaction date, my dear student? That's only very important. Jan 1. So, I am writing in this description Jan 1. Because then only you understand this. I am rounding off this. Okay, one is cash, another one is capital. Cash, you told, analyze. You see, it is not a individual name. It is not an expenditure. So, no doubt, it is things only. It's real account. Capital means what? No doubt, it comes under personal account. Personal account. Okay, fine. In real account, what are the rules available, my dear student? Tell. In real account, what are the rules available? You tell. In the real account, what are the rules available? One is real account, another one is personal account. Okay? One is real account, another one is personal account. Here, what happened? Owner is contributing, that is Sridhar and Co. is contributing 5 lakhs worth of capital to the business. For the business, this cash comes in only. How I am telling comes in? Whenever real account is there, you have to immediately go for that rule. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Since this cash is coming to the business, that is why it comes in. Whenever it comes, you have to put debit. Okay, fine. And capital is personal account. Who is the personal account means what? Sridhar and Co is the business, and Sridhar is giving. So, what is the personal account rule? Giver, correct. What is the rule is telling? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. What are debits and credits? Debits and credits are the locations where this account is available, where this account is available. You take Ramesh is available in T Nagar, where Raja is in Ashok Nagar. So here their locations are confirmed. Like that, they are confirming this cash account and capital account locations. It is available in debit place, it is available in credit place. Now you go to the journal entry. I had written clearly, see, cash account, debtor, capital account. Why I am debiting capital account? See, cash is what? Comes in, debited. That's why I am writing debit. Okay? And capital is credit only, see here. So that's why capital account is credited. Even you can write Sridhar's capital account also. No mistake in that. Okay, that is also correct. 100% correct. That is also 100% correct. Now I think you are able to understand this transaction. January 1. What are the headings available in this? Transactions, date, particular, ledger folio, and debit and credit. From the examination point of view, this transaction is not necessary for you. It is actually for rough work. Only this column is only important. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. Only the important columns. But this transaction columns and all won't come in the journal entries. Because for understanding, I had taken this type of effective steps for you, student. That's why I put transactions there. So straight to straight we are seeing. Then it is very easy for us to understand. So now our first entry is successfully posted, that is cash account debtor to capital account. I'll explain very nicely. Next one is what? Bought goods from Johnson and Co for 5,20,000. Now what we have to write? So what date now? You tell. That is also very important. What date? January 5th. Okay, correct or not? January 5. So what sir is writing now? So, I am taking next page and writing January 5. Okay, what is the transaction? That's only very important. See, what is the transaction? Bought goods from Johnson and Co. Bought goods from Johnson and Co. Bought goods from Johnson and Co. means bought goods from Johnson and Co. means what? Bought goods from Johnson and Co. means what? It's a personal account. What are the, you know, any transaction means two transactions, two divisions are available. Credit transaction and cash transactions. Here, bought goods from Johnson and Co. only given. They are not telling for cash. That's why this is called as credit transaction. When credit transaction comes, you need not put that, you need not put cash account, you need not bring cash into the picture. Then what and all will come? Purchases will come. One is purchases, another one is what? Johnson. Correct? This is only very, very important. Purchases. Why they are telling bought goods? A firm can do a particular business only. A firm can do particular business. They can do cloth business, computer business, or iron and steel business. Any business they can do. Suppose they are telling, they are doing cloth business. Purchases means purchase goods. What they will buy? They will buy only clothing raw materials. Suppose they are doing computer business means they will buy hardware items and then the disk and then everything they will buy. Only the computer related items they will buy. Then purchase goods means it denotes they are doing. So purchases good. The term goods always stands for a person doing, a person or a company is doing particular business only. Goods, the term goods means it may be either stationery or it may be either what goods, purchase clothing, or it may be computer business, or it may be watch business, like that. It may be iron and cell. So whenever they are telling purchase goods means only particular business they are doing, that goods only they will buy. So that's why sir is writing one thing as purchase account. Then purchase account means what? It is what? Goods. Goods comes under which account? Things only. So no doubt it comes under real account. At the same time, from the Sridhar and company point of view means what will happen? Whether this goods coming for the Sridhar and Co or going out from the Sridhar and Co. Only from the point of Sridhar and Co. only you have to view. Otherwise, you can't pass any journal entries in this. That's why from Sridhar point of view, this goods is coming. Whenever real account comes in, they are telling means under what basis they are telling. Rules is what? Debit the receipt, debit what comes in, credit what goes. So that's why I am using that word comes in. That's why I am writing what? That's why. Understand? I will explain. Please wait. So, one is what? Purchases. It is real account comes in. So, whenever it comes in means what you have to do? Debit. Debit what comes in. That's why you are debiting this account. Johnson and Co. is what? Personal account. Why? Because it is name. Personal account is name. Name means what? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. So it's a giver. For you, for which person? Johnson is the giver for Sridhar and Co. That's why giver. What is the rule is telling? Debit the item what comes in, credit the item what goes out. So one is debit, another one is credit. Correct or which one is debit? Purchase account is debit and Johnson account is credit. I have given nice explanation for this. You just go. You have to go for the journal I written. See, bought goods from Johnson and Co. is a transaction. What I have written? Purchase account is debited. See, what I have written? Purchase account is debit. That's why purchase account is debited, my dear student. Then at the same time, Johnson and Co. is what? See here. Everything I am showing. Johnson and Co. is what? Giver. That's why it's a creditor. Now I think you are able to understand the second transactions very nicely. Next transaction is what? Jan 7th. So it is separate one. That's why I am writing as Jan 7. Then only you understand. For understanding only I am writing like this. In exams and all you have to analyze and do. That's all. These types of workings and all you put means it takes a longer time to finish this, to record this transaction. So for understanding purpose, sir is teaching. Jan 7. What is the transaction? Go see. Jan 7 is what? Drew from bank for personal use. Drew from bank for personal use. Jan 7 is what? Drew from bank. Drew from bank for personal use. Okay? How much? 75,000. What is the meaning of drew from bank? Here the owner is what? Sridhar and Co. That person only drawing. Drew, the term they are giving means it shows that the money can be drawn by the proprietor or by the office. Drawings means two types of drawings available. One is proprietor drawing, another one is official drawings. Here personal use means what it shows. The term personal use it's coming means it immediately you have to go for Sridhar only. The Sridhar and Co person only. Sridhar only, not Sridhar and Co. Co is not taking. Sridhar is taking the money from bank. Why personal is given me? Personal stands for Sridhar. Okay, that's why Sridhar is taking money. Drawings. You put one is drawings. Another one is what? Drew from bank for personal use. From bank they are taking. One is bank. Okay. Drawings means it's a personal account. Who is taking money? Sridhar only taking. Sridhar is taking. Sridhar and Co is different, but the owner is different. So Sridhar only taking. Sridhar takes means he is the personal account. Able to understand? It's very important thing. Whenever personal account term comes means you have to go for the rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Receiver. Okay. If the Sridhar is receiving the money, then it is debit. Then another one is what? That money is taken. The Sridhar is taking that money from the bank only. So no need to go for cash. From bank they are clearly mentioned. Bank. Bank comes under what account? Personal account. Okay. Then another one is what? For Sridhar and Co. point of view, this bank is what? Giver. Then debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here, what? Sridhar is acting as the receiver and here bank is acting as the giver. Because bank is only giving. For the personal point means, from the Sridhar and Co. point of view, only you have to analyze. From Sridhar and point of view, Sridhar is the receiver. That's why instead of putting Sridhar's account and all, they are putting drawings account. Sridhar drawings also we can write that. Normally, the logic is not, that system is not available. So drawings only. Drawings account debtor. Why debtor? Receiver. Sridhar is the personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here it is the receiver, that's why debit. Personal use. What? The person, which person is taking money? Bank is the giver. No, from the Sridhar point of company point of view, bank is the giver. That's why now we have to refer this journal entry what is written. See here, what I have written? Drawings account debtor to bank. If I straightly tell what will happen, you never understand anything. That is very important thing. Okay, you don't understand anything. That's why up to Jan 157, 3 entries successfully completed. Next we are going for what? Sold goods for cash. Okay, what is the transaction? On the transaction date is what? Jan 8. What sir is doing? See, 1 is over, 5 is over, 7 is over, 8. That's why I am writing Jan 8. Okay, Jan 8. What is the transaction? You see what transaction is this? Sold goods for cash. Okay, that is very important, my dear student. If you are not understanding that, you can't understand. Sold goods for cash. How much? Refer. You understand? Refer. Referring what you got. Amount is how much? 7 lakhs. Okay, it's not an ordinary amount. 7 lakhs. You should be very careful in putting the amount and all. Then only you will get full marks. Otherwise, the mark will be reduced. 7 lakhs. Okay. From the Sridhar and Co. point of view, sold goods. What happened? Why they are selling sold goods? Previously, they purchased some goods. No. What amount they purchased? What amount they purchased? Purchased is actually goods return. 1 minute. Purchase is how much? 5 lakhs 20. And they are telling 7 lakhs. How it is possible? That also I will explain. Previously, some stocks will be there. So, now some stocks are purchased. So, it may be more also. That is not the problem because some opening stocks may be available that you never know, that you don't know it is available or not. That's why you have to assume like that. 7 lakhs. Okay, our work is 7 lakhs only. Okay, fine. One is what? What type of business that person is doing? Purchase goods, we are telling no. That is only one particular type of business. So the same goods only they are selling. It may be either furniture, or it may be either computer, or it may be textiles, or it may be so many things, provisions like that. So many things are available. So sold goods means it's from the business point of view, what they purchased previously, that only they are selling. Previous means it denotes not only 2000 period, previous period also some stocks will be there. So that only they are selling. Then what happened? One is what? Cash. Another one is sales. Whenever sold goods means you have to write that word sales only. Particular goods are purchased previously. That type of goods are they are selling now. That's why we are telling sales. Okay. Cash is what? What account? Real account. Fine. In the Sridhar and Co point of view, this 7 lakhs is coming to the business or going out of the business. See, that Sridhar and Co only selling goods for lakhs. So definitely it comes. What is the nominal account rule is saying? Debit the item what comes in, credit the item what goes out. Comes in. That's why. What is the rule? Comes in. Debit what comes in. Then after this, what happened? Sales account. Sales account is also what? Real account. What is the real account rule? Debit the item what comes in, credit the item. Where goods are going out from Sridhar and Co. Goes out. That's why. Then goes out means what will happen? Goes out. Goes out means I am writing like this. Okay? It comes in means debit, it goes out, credit. Now see, one is debit, another one is credit. So you see the back entry. You see the back entry. What is there? Cash account attached to sales. You see that where? It's correct only now. Cash is debited. Cash is debited and sales is credited. Correct. So now that explanation is completely over. So what dates and all over? First one is over, and bought goods is over, drew from bank is over, sold goods. Then we are going for paid rent 50,000. Okay. On what date? 9th. See, that is only very important, student. You understand like this. So Jan 9. Jan 9 is what? Paid rent. How much? You see the transaction. What is available there? Paid rent is how much? 1 minute. Paid rent is how much? 50,000. Okay. So it is confirmed. 50,000 amount is confirmed. You should store that amount correctly. 50,000. Fine. Who is paying rent? You are not paying rent. I am not paying rent. Sridhar and Co. is paying rent. Why? They have taken building for rent. They are not having own building. That's why they are paying rent. So rent is what? One is rent. One family is rent. Another account is what? Cash account. What rent comes to? Rent is belongs to which category? It is not personal account because names and all not available. It is not things. Then it is nominal account. Nominal means what? It may be either expense losses or incomes and gains. Now in this case, the firm is paying rent. The company Sridhar and Co is paying rent. Means it's an expenses for the Sridhar and Co. That's why. So tell the nominal account rule. Debit all expenses and losses. Credit all incomes and gains. Since it is expenses, so debit all expenses. Correct or not? Why sir is writing expenses? Debit all expenses. Expenses. Okay. Here rent is, they are telling debit all expenses, they are telling. Then you have to write debit only. That's all. Over. Finish. Cash is what account? Rent is another account. Rent is what account? That's also very important. Nominal account. After that only you have to tell debit. Next one. Cash what account? Real account. Real account means what? Tell the rule. Comes in or goes out. Cash, 50,000 cash. It's going out from the business or coming for the business. Not from your point of view and my point of view. Sridhar and Co point of view, the Sridhar and Co is paying cash. That cash is going out. that cash is goes out. When it goes out means what? It is credit only. See, now cash account is debited, rent account is credited. So 50,000. We verify now whether it is correctly posted or not. We have to verify. Okay. See here, rent account debtor to cash. If I explained previously, what will happen? Nothing you can understand. That is why I had taken these type of effective steps for the students to explain. Answer is readily available, but how that answer is coming, for that I am giving some explanations. With the help of this, you can understand why they are putting debit, why they are putting credit, and transactions and all in the format of journal entry won't come. For I had taken some effective steps for you for in order to understand the concept of this. Sir had taken this step, sir posted like this. Okay, thank you. Now up to 5 transactions over. Then go for the other page. In the second page, still 5 transactions are available. After completing this 5 transactions only, the sum will be over. Okay. Next, again drew from bank for personal use. Already I explained this concept. That's why no need to explain that. You refer in the previous transaction. See, drew from bank for personal use, already 75,000 one transaction I explained. The same transactions, the same meaning. That's why I won't explain this sum, my dear student. Based on that, you see that, refer that. Okay. Next one is what? Drew from bank for office use. What happened? Drew from bank for office use. Drew from bank for office use. What date? Jan 16th. Drew from bank for what use? For office use. This is different thing. For office use. How much? That's very important. You go, you understand. Okay. Drew from bank for office use. The amount is 20,000. Okay. 20,000. That's all. See. $20,000. Finish. Now you ready. What sir told you? Drawings with 2 category. One is office use. The money can be taken from the office, from the bank, by the office, from the bank. Next case is personal use. They are telling means the owner will take the money and go. That's why it is the relationship between the drawings and the Sridhar personal account. Now it is not going to the owner. Office use means the cashier is going and taking the money from the bank. Understand? Owner is not taking the money. If only a owner takes the money, what will happen? The term cash won't comes. Because from bank means definitely one account money is taken. Cash owner only taken means then you have to put drawings only. Now the office cashier is taking the money. Then what happens? See, the new trend. Cash is coming to the business because it is for office use. The money is taken and the cashier coming to the office only. Then what happened? Cash is real account. What happened? From the Sridhar and Co point of view, what happened? This money is taken by the cashier and that gentleman is bringing the money to the cash box, putting the money to the cash box. So cash comes in. That's why. Why? You need not write as you like it. What is the real account rule is telling? Debit the item what comes in, credit the item what goes out. Comes in. That's why you write here comes in and put debit. Okay? Fine. Next one is what? Bank account. Bank account is what? Personal account only. Correct? Personal account. From the Sridhar point of view, what happened? That banker is giving the money. So, giver. Why sir is using this term? If it is personal account, I can use 2 types of wordings. Debit the receiver I can put or credit the giver. Here the receiving aspect is not available because the company, Sridhar and Co company is, from the Sridhar and Co point of view, this bank is not giving. So the firm is, the bank is only the giver. Bank is not the receiver. When the bank will be the receiver, if Sridhar and Co deposit any money, then this bank will be the receiver. Now, from the Sridhar point of view, this banker is not the receiver, because Sridhar and Co is not depositing any money into the bank, or no any encashment is not available. That's why, since the bank is giving the money to the Sridhar and Co, from the Sridhar and Co point of view, that banker is ultimately treated as giver only. So credit the giver. Now you see, student, one is what? Cash, another one is bank. See here, you have to understand everything. Without understanding, you can't study. So cash, see here, cash account debtor to bank. Correct? Fine. Successfully over. After that, what? Jan 20. We'll go for Jan 20. So I have to give new description. Why I am marking like this one, you understand? So Jan 20. What thing is available? Jan 20 means what? Jan 20, what transaction? That is also very important. You see, Jan 20, goods returned to Johnson. Goods returned to Johnson. You write like that. Same thing you write. Then only you understand the meaning. Okay? Goods returned, not by Johnson, returned to Johnson. How much? See, you can clearly understand. How much? Goods returned to Johnson and Co. How much? 15,000. Okay? Only 15,000. Am I correct or not? Okay. View and see, you understand. Maximize so that you can maximize and view so that you can clearly find the amount. So 15,000 only. Okay. Now I will explain this also. No doubt. I will explain clearly. Just wait. This is the new methods. Johnson. Who is Johnson already? What happened? We purchased goods on credit basis from Johnson. Correct. That Johnson is the supplier for us. It's a credit transactions. So now what happened? So what we purchased goods from Johnson. No. What happened? Out of bulk goods, on 15,000 worth of goods, considered as a spoiled goods for us. So can we keep the spoiled goods with us, with the company? So that type of goods and all can't be sold to the ultimate customers. Immediately, if the purchase department finds it, what it will do? It will return that defective goods to the Johnson. That's why they are telling goods returned to Johnson. Already purchased goods are returned. Then that is called as what? Purchases return. Or return outward. Why I am using these terms? Already purchased goods are returned means it's going out. It is going out only. It is otherwise called as return outwards. Both are same. Purchase return, return outs are same. So from the Sridhar point of view, these goods are going out. It comes under what account? Real account. What is the real account rule is telling? Debit the item, what comes in, credit the items goes out. From the Sridhar and Co point of view, these goods, defective goods, we are returning to Johnson. It's going out, goes out. Then what will happen? What is the rule is telling? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. From Sridhar point of view, going out. What is the real account rule? Debit the item, what comes in, credit what goes out. Credit. That's why it's one part is over. Another part is what? Whom we are returning? We are returning to our supplier Johnson and Co. Now Johnson and Co is what? Personal account only. Okay? At the same time, you see that Sridhar and Co is returning the goods to the Johnson and Co. Then from the Sridhar and Co point of view, how will you treat this Johnson and Co supplier? That person is now receiver. Why? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Now the receiving aspect by the Johnson and Co from Sridhar and Co. Sridhar and Co is returning, then that person is receiving. So from Sridhar and point of view, it is a receiving aspect only, receiver. So debit the receiver. Now what happened? Johnson and Co. account debtor to purchasers return will be the confirmed and correct ultimate answer, no doubt in that. See where Johnson and Co. to purchasers return. If I explain merely Johnson account to purchasers return, you can't understand. So I think you are very much satisfied. Have you any doubt means student? You can ask or you can send in my WhatsApp. I will give immediately information for you. Next one, what happened? Settled Johnson and Co. by check. They are telling 1 minute. What date? That's very important. Settle and Johnson and Co. What date? 21. Okay. So 21. Where is 21? Yes. Jan 21. Settled Johnson and Co. I'll tell you. Settled Johnson and Co. Who is settling? That person. Sridhar and Co. is only settling. How much amount? Settle means that amount is not given. That's why now you have to go through the transactions. You have to analyze the transactions and see what happens. See here, Johnson and Co. previously purchased how much? 5 lakhs 20,000. See, 20,000 Johnson and Co. So total due is how much? How much total done? 5 lakhs. Total due is how much? 1 minute. See? 5 lakhs 20,000. Correct? Fine. Total due is 5 lakhs 20,000. Why 5 lakhs 20,000 total due? What happened? We purchased goods from Johnson and Co. on credit basis. Then what is the meaning of this? The firm is having liability to return to Johnson 5 lakhs 20,000. Now January 21, the Sridhar and Co. is settling the amount. You see what happened? One great thing happened, no? See, what great thing happened. What great thing? Goods returned to Johnson. How much? 15,000. So what is the meaning of this, my dear student? Goods returned 15,000. Then what happened? Defective goods are returned. Already we purchased that. Include this. Defective goods included in this. You direct now. Why? We returned. Then only 5 lakhs 5,000 only Sridhar and Co. liable to settle for Johnson. How? Total due. We purchased goods from Johnson and Co. previously on credit basis 5 lakhs 30,000. After that, after this transaction, 15,000 worths of spoiled goods returned to Johnson and Co. Then definitely the damaged goods contained in this, this 15,000 already moved to Johnson. Then definitely in the godown you see verify this amount of goods only available. So only this is the balance amount only we have to settle 5 lakhs 5,000. Now you come to the point 5 lakhs 5,000 we have to settle for which person? Johnson and Co. One is Johnson and Co. Another one is cash. Here what is the great thing here? Amount is not given. When amount is not given, you have to search the Johnson and Co. They are telling Johnson and Co. means you have to analyze wherever Johnson is available. So Johnson's place previously purchases on credit basis returned 15,000, 5 lakhs 5,000. So Johnson account is what account? Personal account. Now what happened? From the point of view of Sridhar and Co., now the Johnson becomes the receiver. Why? Because they are paying the money, he is the receiver. So, receiver. Whenever he becomes a receiver, then what will happen? Debit. Now what happened? Cash is real account. Goes out as per the norms. Then credit what goes out. Then what will happen? Johnson and Co. account debtor to cash. That's a very important thing. If you are not understanding and studying, it's complete waste only. Like this, you have to understand then only see what I have written. Johnson and Co. Next one, very easy transactions. What date? 22. Okay. This is the ultimate entry. After this, the whole sum will be over. How much? Which date? 22. Jan 22. You write here clearly. What is given? Paid salary. How much salary? That's very important. Paid salary how much? 2,50,000. So 2,50,000 salary given to staff. Paid salary 2,50,000. Paid salary rupees 2,20,000. Then what happened? 2,20,000 is what? Salary amount. Salary is what? From the Sridhar & Co point of view, salary is a nominal account. Then another one is what? One is cash. Salary they are paying to the staff. It's an expenses for the firm. When it is expenses, it comes under what account? Real account and expenses. If it is expenses means what we have to do? What is the rule is telling? Debit all expenses and losses. Debit only. Because the rule is telling debit expenses means you need not violate the rule. You have to debit only. Cash is what? That is also real account. Now, from Sridhar & Co point of view, what happened? Goes out. Because this much of cash is moving out from the Sridhar & Co. It's going out. Credit. Now what happened? Debit is salary, credit is cash. You see? Paid salary. What I written? Salary account data to cash. Student, I explained this concept very nicely. Please try to work like this and solve some sums. If you have any doubts, you can ask in WhatsApp. Thank you, my dear student. Best of luck. Thank you for the nice coordination from you.